Hey guys, this is OracleDaphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do another recording for the Aries Stellium that's going on. That'll be where basically 7 planets by the 17th will be in the sign of Aries. A stellium is when, several planets are in one particular sign. The fact that it's in Aries, is worrisome because Aries is the god of war. Okay. And so this is an intense collection of planets in the sign of Aries. It means that there's going to be a focus on conflict, on arguments, on heated conversations, on he said, she said dynamics, polarization. Okay. But I also feel that with the Libra shadow, and I call it the Libra shadow, anytime there's like several planets, a stellium, there's going to be a shadow, things that we're going to have to look at and overcome. And that's the Libra. And the thing about the Libra is I find it to be a very mild sign. So it's not as bad as it could be, because it's not like we've got like a Scorpio shadow with 7 planets and the shadow of Scorpio. Like that would be so bad. I would be really scared if that were to be taking place. So the fact that it's Libra is actually not that bad. But there's a lot of things that come with the Libra shadow, and the Libra shadow is about poor decisions. It's about poor decisions and regret and looking back. I've never known a Libra that's looked back at their past and been happy with the way they've chosen to do things with their life. Typically, they have the most challenges in relationships. They have the most very, very toxic, very, very challenging marriages. Libra can get married more than once. They typically aren't single for very long. They're learning how to have relationships, how to care about other people. And some Libra is actually very, very selfish. And I have met also some Libra who is very selfless. It really depends on the person, but they are really learning through relationships about identity, about building bridges. And so I'm calling this reading the bridge between the Aries and Libra, the self and other people. And you're going to, through this transit, or the, I should say the stellium energies, you're going to really be examining your relationships to other people. You're also going to be examining your relationships to yourself and really looking at your direction in life and what you want for yourself. And the lens with which you see the world is going to be shifting, because it's shifting out of being this, in this watery kind of twilight, kind of foggy and murky Piscean energy, to having this sharp clarity, having this maybe an awakening of some kind, having some get up and go energy, some fire energy with all the planets in Aries. So I laid out a spread and I've got some charms here, and I'm doing this because I didn't realize there was going to be so many planets in Aries. The moon will be in Aries, I think, by the 17th. We have Mars, which just moved into Aries. The 2 malefics, so there's a conjunction between Saturn and Mars in Aries on the 19th and 20th. I feel very strongly that eventually the planets will move out of Aries, with the exception of Saturn and Neptune. They're going to be in Aries for a while, but during this period where there's so many in Aries, I would say fasten your seatbelts and kind of expect the unexpected, and harness this go-getting, a kind of new beginning kind of energy with that, all those Aries energies. And make sure you're taking time for yourself, because this is a time in which you might find it very draining. Other people very draining, arguments very draining. You might not want to fight. You might really just be like, I just need to sit this out, or I just need time for myself. You might struggle during this period to find alone time, to have time for yourself. And you might, find that you're being kind of stubborn, or challenging, more challenging than normal. You know, people might notice, you know, you have a little bit of a temper, or you have a little bit of a zip to you, which you might not normally have or show. So this is some of the stuff that I am sort of seeing in the energies, but I laid out a spread to see, like, okay, what else specifically. Before I continue, I do want to say thank you to everybody who's been supportive of my work and my content. My content still is not monetized, meaning I make nothing from these videos. If anybody could take the time to submit some feedback to Google and say, hey, this channel is not monetized, this channel is not making any money off ads, she deserves it. She's been working for free for the last 5 years. If you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Of course, all donations are really appreciated. You could donate through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, or through the mail, through snail mail. And just saying a big thank you to everybody for being awesome. So I am going to jump in. I have to say, I laid out the cards. This is the second time I'm recording, so I already laid out the cards. The cards are not as bad as I was expecting, so that's a positive sign. I also feel that some of you have been in a challenging spot, or are in a challenging spot in your life. And this is a time in which you might find either the energy's lightening up for you, or you might find yourself changing or needing to make a change in your life. The thing about the Aries energy is that it's going to be like a catalyst for some people. And, you know, I'm seeing a lot of tough energies in the charms. You know, we have this restrictive piece here, and we have this hook here. And to me, this is kind of, you know, rough around the edges energy down here. The screw, which is about feeling screwed, not getting what you want. You know, it's all tough energies in the charms. The cards are showing me, though, there's actually a very strong interest in relationships. It's sort of like this push-pull between your life and you know, getting involved with another person, having a romantic relationship, what's going on with your love life, what's going on with your partnerships. There's a heavy focus on love life and romance during this period of time. And it's really fascinating that it's coming up in the cards, because I actually thought this reading was going to be kind of doom and gloom, to be honest with you. I laid out the charms yesterday, and I was like, okay, we have another tough energy reading here for my YouTube fans and followers, which I don't like to see, because I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for everybody that things can get better. We can always make changes in our lives to make things better. But I feel like for many of you, there's going to be, it's sort of like falling into two camps. There's going to be people who this energy is going to be more of a catalyst to make changes in your life that you have needed to make for a long time. Or there's just changes coming in which you're going to have to make, whether it's pleasant or not. But then there's also this other camp of people that it's going to be kind of revitalizing or healing or rejuvenating on some level. And I did see similar energies when I did another recording on this theme yesterday. So like for some, it might be like an initiation. All of the planets in Aries might be kind of jump starting you to get off your butt and go do something. You know, it's one of those odd things where I feel like it's very, very split. The people that have already gone through, like, let's just say a lot of tough life lessons and a lot of tough things, I feel like you're going to be really blessed by this energy. It's going to be a switch from feeling really bogged down to feeling more uplifted. It's going to feel lighter. It's going to feel more pleasant. There's going to be, I have to say, with the Chariot in the center, a lot of success coming that maybe you're not even expecting. I actually feel like for many of you, you've been, I don't know, going through the school of hard knocks or going through a rough patch for so long that you've gotten used to it. Like you're kind of used to things being so hard. So it's going to be surprising. Like to me, this is kind of like a surprising soft energy that's coming in for those of you who have been going through so much. You might not even like accept it, or you might reject some of the softer energies. Like some people might actually show up and like want to give you a hug, or like some people might actually maybe, I don't know, send you flowers, or show up at your door, with a kind, note or something. And it's one of those things where you're not expecting the good in your life to happen. And I have to say, this is a time when you really can expect the good to happen. And I'm saying that because it's sort of like the universe thing. The Aries energy is very forceful. But in this way, it's kind of ironic or it twisted a little bit, because you're going to be like, okay, the universe is sending me what? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's sending me a blessing? Like, wait, like, why? It's similar to what I said in my other reading, where you're just not, I don't necessarily think you're expecting the good to happen. I feel like some of you are expecting or so used to things being hard or challenging or rough that you're like not expecting to meet somebody new. You're not expecting to fall in love. I have actually this box that's full of all these like little pieces of paper of positive things that could happen, and I accidentally put in there, you fall in love and your whole world blossoms. And that's what I'm seeing here. We got the Two of Cups, we've got the Love's Offering. This is a very like lovey-dovey type energy that I'm seeing here for you guys. And I and I pulled that slip the other day and I was like, hell no. Fuck that. I'm not going into that. Who cares? Like, who gives one fuck, about falling in love? This is just my perspective right now, okay? It's just so, you can laugh at me if you want, but that's just my perspective, okay? And some of you, like, again, you don't even see it coming and you don't even care. Like, you're just like, why? And so, it's just funny for me to deliver the messages. And honestly, some of you, like, you have ideas about what kind of person that you want, or maybe you have ideas about, romance in general, like what kind of type of relationship that you want. I think that it's sort of like going to be surprising if you get your wish, like whatever your wish might have been regarding relationships. So let's just say you've been wishing for a certain type of person. It's going to be surprising if they actually do show up, isn't it? Right? Like that's the thing. That's the thing about this Aries energy. It's like the universe saying, the Aries is the person that says, hell no, I'm not going to go do that. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go get this relationship. I'm going to go get married. I'm going to go date whoever I want. You can't tell me what to do. That's the Aries energy. It's very fiery. It's very like zip, zip, zip. And I feel like for many of you, there's no stopping this energy. So you're going to be blessed whether you want it or not. You're going to meet somebody new whether you want to or not. Somebody's going to propose whether you're ready or not. Like it's sort of this interesting energy that's very endearing, but it's kind of being forced upon you, where you're like, by the time things come, by the time we get our wish, we've either forgotten about it, we don't want it anymore, we don't even care anymore. Like, it's that song where she's like, Meg Maroney's like, 6 months later, you couldn't care more, but I couldn't care less, and you're just not going to care less about this positive energy. You are going to care about the Chariot. Okay. I will say, like, everybody loves good news, and this is good news. I see good news. I see blessings, and I see, especially also financial blessings. So the 9 of Cups. I see an offer coming through somehow, whether it's romantic in nature, could be a contract, could be a client, could be something, anything to do with some kind of offer. I see you being offered something. I do feel like some of you, it's a marriage proposal or somebody proposing something, maybe proposing an idea to you. I see multiple masculines showing up. We have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, dude. And to me, that's masculine showing up. So for those of you women who are, or feminines who are looking to date, there's going to be opportunities. But again, some of you are not even really going to be interested when it comes, which is funny to me. So that's what I see there. Okay, like let me look to see what else I can tell you about the Libra shadow. Okay, so the Libra shadow is interesting. I don't feel like you're going to reject this offer, whatever that is. The Libra shadow would be like overthink it. I actually feel like with the Aries energy, you're just going to take it. You're going to be like, yes, hell yes, this is a hell yes, and I'm going. Hell yes, I'm going to do whatever it is that they're asking me to do. To me, I'm seeing a lot of hell yes here. And it's going to happen fast, and it's going to happen, very Aries style. Okay. Make sure you have a bag packed. Okay. This is an odd message that wants to come through because we have the Strength card, and it's showing me a very Aries type energy, which is she's not wearing very much. Okay. And I always worry about the Aries, energy, because the Aries is the baby that's not wearing anything. Okay. And I've met a lot of Aries who forget to put their underwear on, or don't have a backup set of clothes, or for some reason lose their socks and they're only, wearing their shoes without their socks. It's just like they're not together. And sometimes when the Aries lets themselves go, they're not wearing their bra. They forgot to put a bra on, or they forgot to brush their teeth, or they didn't do their hair. So this is what I'm trying to say about self-care and that bridge here. Okay. So make sure you have a bag packed with an extra set of clothes. Number one. Number two, make sure that you're planning ahead in some regard, for your physical well-being. Okay. So let's just say put like a package of toiletries together for yourself and put it in your car. I feel like, you know what? This energy is ringing in. I'm seeing this cat holding this bell, and the bell signifies the new. I have a bell that I ring every time I go into like a new house, or say I get a new apartment, or every time I go change a job, I ring a bell. And to me, that bell signifies you doing something new. You're going to be either getting a new place to live. For some of you, it is a new job. It is for some of you celebrating a new life path, or a new the birth of a child. For some of you, it's celebrating a marriage. For some of you, you're birthing something new, and you're going to be celebrating it. I see. I wanted to say like an Easter basket. It's interesting. Easter has passed, but like I'm seeing Easter basket. So maybe it's like, it's that energy of like, it has a lot of goodwill energy where maybe someone shows up with a basket full of things for you, or you get gifted something, which is like a gift basket of stuff. For some of you, it's, I want to say things for your hair, or like nail care, or like, jewelry of some kind. You could be gifted anything, but I'm seeing like a bunch of things that maybe come in the mail, or it's like a gift set, or it's something that you're gifted through friends, through family, through extended friends, through people that you don't even know. It's very fascinating, the stuff that's coming through that Strength card. I want to talk really quickly. I don't have a lot of time to talk about some of the other things that are more challenging. We have my Phoenix ring here, which the wing broke off, and I can't wear it anymore. And so essentially, or I don't wear it anymore. And I see it as being a sign of sort of healing from damage, or examining the damage that you've had in your life. And I feel like for many of you, this Aries energy that's coming through the stellium is going to really, push you to process some of the damage, some of the damaging things that people have said. push you to process some of the things that have gone wrong in your life. Because again, it's looking at life through the lens of the regret, which is the shadow of the Libra. For some of you, you're going to be focused more on your health. We have the pink pig here, and the pink pig is about medical stuff. It's about doing hard medical stuff. So some of you during this period of time, you're going to be maybe scheduling an appointment for a procedure or going in for a procedure at some place. For some of you, you're going to just be thinking about your health in radically different terms. I feel like you're also going to be cutting off anybody in your life that has ever hurt you. You're going to be very protective of your energy. You're going to be like hell yes to the offer, to some of the things that are coming through, which are blessings, financial, whatever, here with this love's offering. But then you're also going to be hell no to anybody who, to quote Miley Cyrus, takes a brick away from your stability. You're going to say hell no to people who hurt you. You're going to be really walling up with regards to people that have caused you some pain. You're going to be careful or cautious about who you sleep with. You're going to be more careful or cautious about like getting into relationships that there may have been drugs and alcohol abuse or people that have had substance issues. You're going to be more cautious about letting people in. You're going to have more of like a stronger boundary. You're going into Aries season really like fired up, but like have really strong boundaries, healthy boundaries during this period of time. We have the feather here, which is about positive callback. So you may get a callback during this period of time about something. I definitely feel like there's so much positive energy. I feel like if you do have any medical stuff, I feel like it's going to go well. It's probably going to go better than you're expecting. So you might get a call back on something where you're negative, you're all clear. It's very positive to hear back from like the doctor's office and they say that, okay? Now, I'm not a medical professional. This is just what I see in the charms. Before I go, we have this piece of cloth here, which belonged to a very soft flannel shirt that I was cutting up for a quilt. And it represents a soft masculine in your life, someone who really cares about you. And that isn't one of the blessings that's going to come through this stellium. It's going to be like it's sort of like the bridge between you and a positive version of your future self, or meeting positive masculines in your life who are going to be supportive. At least one masculine is going to show up in your life to be supportive of you. This is a very, very, very soft energy. This is also like if you have any young sons, this is, having close relationships to them, being a role model for them potentially, and having positive interactions with masculines in your life, whatever, what kind of relationship that is. I have to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much. I wish you guys the best. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.